Good morning, good morning, good morning. How we doing, boys and girls? Let's get this whole thing set up here and get life started. Nope, this one, yes. Chat is live. Let's get this shared around. Copy. Yes, I do want that copied. Yeah, I don't have anything quirky or quippy to say for the thing on the Book of Faces today. I just don't. So, good morning. Hair's all kind of messed up. Did not sleep well. I haven't been sleeping well for a while. Eileen, good morning. How you doing today? Yeah, it's mostly good. It's still too hot. Ken, good morning. How are we doing today, brother? So, coffee's a little too hot today, but I have this Green Mountain coffee. It's like a maple brown sugar, and it's really good. I'm really enjoying it. So, I have kind of a secret project. I'm doing very well. I understand how not sleeping well. Yeah. So I have a couple secret projects I'm working on. And one of them might be able to make Knightsmith solvent forever. However, it requires me going back and fixing the 3D printer first. And that ain't going so hot. It's not the worst thing, but good morning, Alan. How are we doing today, brother? Gang's all here. That's great. Oh, we're a gang. Yeah, we are. So I lost all my beeswax. Got a couple things finished. Somewhere. Here. Got all these guys finished for a client. But can't finish the edges until I get my beeswax. And I lost it. Kind of upset about that, actually. Tore through like everything I own, and it's just gone. But yeah, so I think instead of trying to fix this old head, I'm just gonna get a brand new one. BP meds and now have to switch to half calf. Oh, well, still, I'm glad you got it checked out. I'm glad you went and got everything checked out. It's kind of important. I like having you around. Ken, I'm putting finishing touch on some Christmas ornaments I made yesterday. Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna try and do oh, that's old coffee. I don't want old coffee. I have my new coffee. I'm going to try and do a few more Halloween blood work on Friday. Like yesterday, 2 days ago Friday, or this coming Friday. I'm going to try and do a couple more Halloween themed projects this year. But I think for the most part, I'm just going to switch over to doing Christmas stuff rather soon. This coming. Because unfortunately, none of those, I sold 3 of those lanterns, but after that I haven't sold a single one. So I don't know. I don't know if you can hear it, but someone is in a very bad mood this morning. So yeah, I have a couple secret projects I'm working on. One is going to be aired exclusively on Patreon. At least all the updates and stuff are going to be on Patreon, which is going to require some chemistry.
No phone for the rest of the day because you refuse to sit in timeout. Sit down in timeout. No! No phone for today. You want to keep going?
It's shaping up to be a lovely morning. An absolutely lovely morning. So how about local sports team? Alan, just have to get the rod for the flogger now. Awesome. Yeah, awesome. That's going to look really pretty when it's done. I really like that wood that you're using for the handle. It's, what was that, like, what do they call that? Like stained maple or something? Where they stained a bunch of different layers or something. But yeah, I'm going to start making some Christmas ornaments here soon, I think. So let's see. But yeah, I do have an idea that I need to prototype before I can get a patent on it, and the laser cut. Yeah, so I think I can do a lot of really cute Christmas ornaments. So yeah, I need to get this 3D printer up and running as quickly as is feasible. So I think I'm just going to buy a whole new hot end, and so that way I have 2, one I can work on and one I can work with. Let's see. Alan thinks it's supposed to be rainbow eucalyptus. Oh, never worked with eucalyptus wood before. And going with 24 falls of the blue leather. That's going to look beautiful. That's going to look absolutely gorgeous. message here. Ken sent 2 photos. Oh, those are adorable. Look at that, guys. There's that one. And that one. Gorgeous. Very nice, Ken. I do have to say, you have really stepped up your resin game over the last like 3 months, 2 or 3 months, and it's starting to look really cool. I like all of those different like pendants. They're kind of funky looking. They look really nice. I appreciate those. Yeah, but I think some Christmas ornament stuff would be kind of cool and kind of appropriate. I'm really starting to get the leather stuff dialed in like really nicely, because like here's one of those laser cut edges here, and there's like almost no charring on it, so as soon as those edges get burnished up, it looks pristine. Very nice. Very happy, because I finally started to do test swatches. Bows to your wisdom. Thank you, sire. You're welcome. Sent you the mock-up pic last night. Let me see. Ah. Oh yeah, that's gonna look nice. There's the mock-up of what he's talking about with the flogger. But here's specifically what I'm talking about. Like, let me get a picture of just the wood. There's the wood I was talking about, how it's all those different pretty colors. Very pretty. Is there an adjustment of the laser strength to avoid burns? Yes. You can adjust the speed of the cut and the power of the cut. And what I've started doing is the laser can automatically generate test swatches. So it's kind of difficult to see when not in person, but you can see like where they, which ones have cut through and everything else, and the level of burning and charring. I also wet the leather every time before I start, for 2 reasons. One, it helps the leather lay nice and flat, but it also helps avoid any burning. So what you can do is use a faster cut with lower power and do multiple passes, and that's what I did. I forget. Let's see. I mean, it depends from laser to laser, because this is actually a really low powered laser. It's a 5 watt. Most people are using 10 to somewhere in between 10 and 40. So this is one of the least powerful lasers on the market. So it's a little bit harder to get those fast, clean cuts. And basically it all just comes down to is dicking around with it long enough and you'll figure it out. Let's see, Alan. So glad I got myself a rotary cutter. Cutting those falls with a knife would have been hell. I can imagine. That's a lot of long cutting. Yeah, rotary cutters are nice for stuff like that. And Lara's here. Yay. It's the first time I've been awake this early in a really long time. Well, it's good that you can join us. And Eileen, life has settled down a bit that I can get back on Sundays. That's fantastic. I actually should probably call you when I'm done, just as a buddy check. What a day this is turning out to be. But I do have at least I have my. So what projects are you currently working on? Well, I have one secret project that I can patent, but I need to get the laser cutter fixed, which I've decided I'm just going to buy a whole new hot end. It's just it's a $20 part. So I can just fork over the $20 for that, and then get to modeling and actually running numbers. I think I have things worked out pretty good, but that's going to be secret until I get a patent on it. I have a Patreon only project. Well, not Patreon only, but specifically for my patrons. I'm going to be walking through and explaining the steps and doing all the steps. Kind of showing them all the stuff, and then I'll probably release a full video at the end. But in short, my apron is getting kind of old, and it needs to be redone. So I can either buy a new one or I can make one. And getting certain things, this is the first time I've actually been able to not take a loss on them, actually, because of Dave there. Because normally it'd take me about 45 minutes to get this all cut out, but with Dave it took 21 minutes. Actually, less than 21 minutes. It'd take me about a half hour a piece to get these cut out, so I guess the three of them, hour and a half. It took me 21 minutes with Dave to cut all three. So, huge time saver. And now I have the pattern, so I don't have to go through and put a pattern down and scratch it on the leather and go back and carefully cut it out and all this other jazz. Just grab a piece of leather, throw it on the faucet for a second, throw it on Dave, hit go, and bloop, and they're all identical, which is even better. Doing it by hand always left it a little skewed one way or another. So yeah, fantastic progress. I'm loving this thing. But like I said, it's just a matter of messing with it. But for a $300 laser, which is basically just plug and play, I couldn't be happier. It is fantastic progress. Let's see, and I have a coffee table that I need to get back to designing, because someone wants a Nightmare Before Christmas opening coffee table, which is going to be on the pricier side, but they want the panels, they want the whole thing gray, painted gray. Okay, so like kind of like a farmhouse white, but gray. And then they want all the panels, top and sides, because you got two sides, or two panels on the long sides, two panels on the short sides. And I think the top is going to have 3 panels. And each of those panels, they want to have a Nightmare Before Christmas laser cut, like laser engraved into the top of the panel. Another project for Dave. So it's really good figuring a way how to integrate all these into my work process, and it's really expanding a bunch of things. And if I do end up getting a job, having Dave there, he can just work in the background all day, because then I could just take a piece, slap it in, hit go, take it out, clean, slap it in, go, and all the while I'll be doing other stuff. So it is fantastic. Alan, working on getting my blood pressure under control. Yeah, that is one that needs to. You don't want the heart to explode. You kind of need that thing. It's kind of important. Yeah. So yeah, I'm just working on a couple smaller things and a couple larger things. I almost got that bed done, which is nice. I actually need to try and find that stain. So I'm looking for a specific stain. Alan messaged you. Next paddle that I'll be working on. Ooh, that is gorgeous. There you go. It's a nice design. That the bottom piece underneath the hand looks a little small. Might want to get that beefed up just a little bit. I guess it depends on what material you're making out of too. What was I going to do? That's what I was going to do. I'm going to try and find that. That alcohol stain. I also have some projects for the dock side of Knightsmith, but they are not something I can talk about on here. Keda alcohol dyes. KEDA. Keda dye, wood stain. Bum, 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 ba-da-dum, bum. Stain from bed, yes. And let's see. Okay, yeah, that looks much better. There's the hand. There's the piece of wood. So yeah, that bottom piece looks a lot better. All right, that's good. Stain for your bed? Yes. Let's see here. Our kits. Our dyes allow you to create more than a gallon of vibrant, eco-friendly, non-toxic wood stain. Okay, let's learn more. Okay, so wood dye powder kits. We offer 5 colors in each wood dye powder kit. Each of the colors makes approximately 1 quart of stain when mixed with warm water or isopropyl alcohol. Our dyes do not contain any fillers as they can reduce color potency. Each kit includes the following: golden brown, royal blue, sunflower yellow, fire engine red, and coal black. Okay. Mixing colors. Mix our wood dye colors to make hundreds of new colors. Examples include, there's the purple, red, and the red and blue. So the royal blue and the fire engine red. Okay, so look, we also offer 5 colors in each liquid dye kit. Each makes approximately 2 quarts of solvent-based color stain when mixed with lacquer thinner. Interesting. Lacquer thinner denature alcohol, acetone, or other non-oil-based solvents. This filler-free kit includes walnut brown, royal blue, amber yellow, bright crimson red, and coal black. Say when you buy from us, you'll get free shipping, tracking on international wood dye powder over $75, 30-day 100% quality guarantee, not since exchange or refund. Okay, well, it looks like I can get these. Ordering. So it's only 20 bucks. The 5 powder wood dye kit, 20 bucks. It's not bad. So it looks like I'm going to have to mix this stuff myself. But it looks like I can just mix it with the solvents I already have in the shop, which is fantastic. If I put it on with like alcohol or lacquer thinner, that should flash off pretty quickly. If it flashes off that quickly, then I should be able to turn around and, you know, do the staining or do the lacquering rather quickly as well. That will be nice. That will be nice. Okay. Yeah. I think I'm gonna get this. I think that's the right thing to do. Okay, design on both sides, so hopefully it'll leave an imprint for use. Alan. Yes, that's good. What do the reviews say in color on coverage and density? To get the type of color we saw in the photo, or is it consistency in coat? Or is that something you'd control since you would be the one? I'd have to control that because I'd be the one mixing it. So I'll have to have you know, panel off to the side and test the color, and then if I need to, mix more. But with my spray gun, I can just, you know, if the color needs to be more intense, I can just take a little bit more of each, mix it in, spray it, check it, like it, don't like it. You know, mix some more in, spray it, check it, like it, don't like it. and I just need to keep a track of that so that I can get the same or similar mixture each time. That's the downside. The plus side to mixing custom stains and stuff like this is really the sky's the limit. The downside is repeatability. So I'd have to mix it pretty accurately, and then from there I need to also keep like a journal basically of what mixtures I liked and what worked. And I think I'd use the super scientific method of one scoop, or using the same way I mix my resins. I'd be using popsicle sticks. So one popsicle stick of that, one popsicle stick of that. Mix it up. Do I like it? Do I not like it? Rinse and repeat until I find something I do like. And there's a whole thing of testimonials on here. But I mean, could just be the pictures. I mean, a lot of people are saying they really like this, but of course it's the testimonials on their own page. So, like, you don't need to use much. You'll get a lot of use out of it. Love this stuff. Can't say enough because these guys are exceptional. So I think this is going to be oh, they have a whole flow chart here. So a good starting ratio is about 1/8 teaspoon, or about half a gram of dye with 6 to 8 ounces of warm water. Rust-resistant container, contamination once mixed, cover when not in use. Add the wood dye powder gradually to the warm water while stirring. Speed up the mixing progress. Takes mix powder wood dyes into 1 teaspoon of water sport, 1 tablespoon of water. Then add isopropyl alcohol. Let the dye rest 30 to 40 minutes after mixing. Dye powder should rest a little longer when using isopropyl alcohol or rubbing alcohol as base. Mix until wood dyes are completely dissolved. For the most color potency, it's still best to mix only the amount you'll be using in the near future. But the wood dyes will store longer as an alcohol base. Good. So I have a bunch of, and they also have in here different ratios for lacquer thinner, for denatured alcohol, or acetone. So that's good. And let's check this flow chart here. So, and they have a whole flow chart. So it looks like I'll only have to have one good mixing. Complete saturated wood, approximately 1/4, especially 1/4 to 1 teaspoon per 1 square inch is recommended. So yeah, this is great. think I'm solvent and liquid dyes are flammable. Keep away from open flame and sparks. Blah, 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 blah. Got it. So yeah, I think I'm going to go with this stuff. Prepping dinner, smoking a chicken. Ooh, never had smoked chicken before. Bet it's delicious. So, Laura, in short, yes, I can get that. Well, I can and I can't get that dye. I can get the powders and I have to mix it to that purple. But, yeah, I think this will be good here. So if that's the purple he wants, that's the purple I'm going to try and get for him. Yeah, yeah. So this is, looks like with this I could do a lot of different things here. They have a bunch of different videos on here showing different applications. Yeah. Yeah, I think this will work out just nice. Quite nicely. Yeah, I'm going to go with that stuff. Sounds like you can use that stuff to custom mix any color wood dye. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, you have 5 base starting colors, you know, so just mix a little here, a little there, and things get kind of funky. And I like it when things get a little funky. Oh, there we go. Been trying to crack that elbow for like 2 days. Like lightning all over my body now. Love that feeling. It's too tight. So yeah, it's fun. It's just, well, really, I've been kind of leery to dip my toes into the custom dye area, just because, well, I don't know. It's a very iffy arena because, well, consistency and repeatability is the, I guess, is the name of the game, but it's still a little nerve-wracking for me. But yeah, I'm definitely going to use this stuff, and I'm going to try and do this in a few different things, especially if this is a, you know, if I do this alcohol or wood-based, it won't interfere with any glue ups. And I have this vision of doing these multi-layer laser cut projects, and each layer is either alternating or completely different colors. And the problem with, you know, a lot of things, like a lot of these dyes that you find are a lot of the better ones are oil based. Use an oil based dye, your glue won't adhere. So it's tricky, you know, either painting on or doing the glue up first, but sometimes you can't always do the glue up first. Especially with the laser cut projects, it always works best with an untreated wood surface. You get the best results that way. So this might actually help multiple projects. Is it possible to guarantee the same color, the same thing twice? You get similar but not exact. Yeah, that's kind of the big issue with custom mixing. I can't guarantee the same exact color. Unless I start weighing things. But they do have measurements on there. So I'm going to start off with, you know, mixing those measurements. I'm going to go on the light side. I'm going to get some fine, you know, measuring spoons. So they're saying 1/4 teaspoon. Further mixing for 5 or 6 ounces. So I'm either going to for 6 ounces. Sorry, starting good ratio is 1/8 teaspoon to 6 ounces. So I think what I'm going to do is get an 1/8 teaspoon mixer spoon, and do 1 scoop of each of the 2 powders into that mixture, but I'll use 12 ounces of water, or I think I'll do alcohol. Yeah, I think I'll do it with either alcohol or denatured alcohol. I have a lot of denatured alcohol. I'll probably use that. And spray that through the gun. But as long as I have consistency in the mixing and the measuring, I should be able to get a rather consistent. Again, I can't guarantee the same stain, but I can get pretty consistent with it, and I think that'd be good enough. And the orange menace crawled into my lap and is demanding cuddles. Yeah, that happens with cats. So yeah, I think that'll be pretty good. I'm gonna have to order a bunch of interesting things from Amazon in the near future. I need to get my address changed on there too, so I don't order to the old address. That could be a bit of a problem. Everyone wants to get a hold of me as soon as I'm on live. It's funny how that goes. So, yeah, I have a lot of interesting projects coming up in the works. But I also need to kind of get everything else in here organized, because even though I've done a lot and I've made a lot of progress, it's still kind of a shit show. Because I need to get my sewing stuff out. I need to build a shelf for over there, because it's kind of stuff everywhere, and that's a problem. Though I did go through like 5 totes last night, and I found a lot of stuff, so that's good. Yeah. So yeah, I think I'm going to be switching over, at least right before Halloween. I'm going to switch over to starting to do Christmas themed stuff. Not that I want to miss Thanksgiving, but I don't think that's really that big of a holiday for custom made stuff. And everyone looks forward to the Black Friday, where you're just getting stuff at retail stores. So, same for me. Have to get the garage set up to go into full production mode. It's a struggle. It really is. And I think what I want to do in the near future is to set aside a week or two. I think every like 2 months I want to set aside like 1 or 2 weeks and work on like high-end swords or something, or high-end blacksmithing projects, because I firmly believe there's a lot of potential there, but I won't get the clients if they don't know what I can do most of the time. Like those last swords I did, the guy just knew I was a blacksmith and he knew I was talented, so he just kind of said, I trust you here. And you don't get many clients like that way. They have to see what you can do first. So I think I'm going to start doing that. Yeah. And just bang out a project. Oh, I also have this really cool project that somebody came to me. They wanted a coffin-shaped pegboard. Now, within like 2 hours, I was able to get like 80% done on it, which is fantastic. You know, just all black, painted. So no staining, just paint. So I can just use a rattle can for that, which is fantastic. Nice and easy, simple. Yeah. I love it when clients come to me and they think their projects are impossible, and it really turns into be the easiest thing on earth. What happened to the sword and the stone project? The guy never got back to me. I gave a bunch of ideas, and it just fell on deaf ears. So I'm not sure what happened. I should reach out to the guy soon, because that was going to be an awesome deal set up with him. Ooh, I also have to design a table this week. Doing that table will be pretty nice. Nice, easy project. I like, it'll be big, but it won't be difficult. Yeah, I have a lot of clients that come to me with these awesome ideas, and then they just drop off the face of the earth. Like I had one lady who wanted to do a half moon suspension rig, and it's going to be a bit of a project, but it's all tubing basically and 1/4-inch bar, just getting the tubing bent into 2 semicircles, and then just welding everything together basically. Easy $400-500 project, and that was supposed to hit 2 weeks ago and hasn't. So that's a problem. But she also had other projects for me, like a portable rain room, which is pretty simple to make. It's just knowing how to do it and knowing how to set it up. But it's basically all PVC and PEX. So it's not difficult at all, really. What was the other project? Oh, a human-sized Gothic martini glass that can be disassembled. That was going to be expensive, but that was going to be a beautiful piece. Mostly steel tube and parts that you can buy from like King Architectural Metals. You just get things together, you set up a little jig, and then just kind of go to town, welding everything together. Then you have to, drill and tap for your holes and stuff to get everything to line up. But that would have been a really nice one too. But yeah, that lady just dropped off the face of the earth. That's the thing. A lot of people, they're excited. They say I have awesome ideas, and that my prices seem very reasonable and fair, and then they go silent. They disappear. But it's just one of those things that happens, and as a maker, you just got to be prepared for that. I have yet to find someone who argues my price for custom work, though. Everybody says it's all fair and reasonable, and then they just disappear. And I follow a lot of makers who seem to have that problem, actually, where people will say this isn't good enough, or this is you're charging too much, and I haven't run into that yet, which is nice. But yeah, people just disappear. Or even when I go to craft fairs, people say, "Oh, that's beautiful. That's a really good price for it." And yeah, that's definitely worth it. And then walk away. Which is frustrating, to be honest. But it's nature of the game, I guess. I don't know. Which unfortunately is why I'm looking for a drafting job, either full time or part time, remote. That way I can still watch the kiddo and do my thing. Still have Dave running all the time, because having a little smoky in here would actually kind of make this place a little bit nicer, I think. But my joints are cracky and achy today. I think it's this weather. It's raining all day yesterday, kind of bitter and yeah. So today, though, I plan on finishing these wallets and making a few orders on the Amazon. Ooh, I need to change my driver's license too. Yeah. Before I get in trouble for that, I need to change that too. But I'm going to be doing a lot of weed whacking around the house today, because little one's going to have a party soon. So yeah. Oh, I got a funny story for y'all before we go here. What was it? Last Friday or Thursday or something? I was trying to wrap up for the day and get out of the shop. It was end of the day. And little man wanted to sit on the anvil. It's fine, whatever. I haven't been, doing any hot work, so the anvil's nice and cold. It's no problem. And as I'm doing my thing and packing up for the day, he starts crying and screaming. It's like, did he get stung by something? Did he get himself cut? This kid's gonna send me to an early grave. So, Alan, you know this, but for everyone who doesn't know, there's two different holes on an anvil. You have a nice big square hole that's approximately 1 inch square, and that is the hardy hole for putting, they're called hardies, the big things you can put in there, cutoffs and butchering tools and all these other forming things, and you can even put holdfasts in there. Really useful. There's another hole that's much smaller, and it's called a pickerel hole. It's for punching smaller holes, because you need your punch, and you need something to support the material. So the closer you can get to supporting that material and the size of the punch, the better. So you have a pickerel hole, which is apparently the exact same diameter as his thumb. He got his thumb stuck in my anvil, sitting on the anvil. And the way he was sitting and got his thumb stuck in there, I couldn't remove him from the anvil. I couldn't have him step down and step to the side or something, or any of that. So I had some choices to make. And the one that came to my head first was just, well, he's losing the thumb. And I told him that specifically to scare the living daylights out of him. So if he ever gets the inkling and we do get his thumb out of there, he ain't gonna do it again. The other option is to fill up my small slack tub and have him kind of stand behind the anvil with his thumb stuck in it and cut him free, and basically cut the heel off my $5,000 anvil. Thinking about it, cutting the finger off seemed like a better idea. And the third option was to call 911 and let a professional deal with it. But he already has, he had his thumb stuck in there for a couple minutes already. It's starting to turn blue and swell up. So I said, hell. I went and rifled around my stuff. I found a tube or a little bottle of liquid wrench, which is a light machine oil, and I just saturated his whole hand with it. Got my finger, my hand around his. I got my other hand underneath, and I started pushing and moving, and I could feel the oil, starting to work through. And I was able to pop it free, which was great. That was a feeling of relief that I don't want to feel again. But that kid, I swear to God, he's going to send me to an early grave. So it looks like we're rounding up on the hour. Pop. Yeah, so that was pretty nerve-wracking for me. I think I got a couple more gray hairs in the beard. So we're rounding up on the hour here. I'm going to be doing a couple secret projects. One of them I'm going to be talking about and going over in detail and in depth on my Patreon. So if you want to follow along with that, it's designed for craftsmen, especially, specifically blacksmiths and woodworkers, because, well, me. And there's going to be a few special things with it. So if that's something that interests you, go over to my Patreon. I'm going to have everything on there I'm going to have everything for that project on there at the $1 a month tier. But I think the testing panels that I'm going to make, I will have at the $10 tier. Because there's going to be a few special test swatches of this thing that I'm going to do. That I think people can find both entertaining and valuable. So I'm going to make a few of those test swatches, and anybody at the $10 mark will be eligible for them if they want them. My year anniversary on my anniversary on Patreon just passed, so I'm also looking at making something to send out to my patrons. I'm not sure exactly what yet. I think I might do a round of bottle openers. That's the traditional blacksmith bullshit, right? Bottle openers. Not sure how, what shape or whatever they're gonna take yet, but use quarter inch by 1 inch bar, and I'll figure something out. Because I've also never made bottle openers, and I think that could be a fun and easy project. Make 5 of them or something. So if you want to support me, or you just want to go and check that stuff out, go over to patreon.com/Knightsmith. Like I said, for the viewing and the in-depth review and everything I'm doing with that apron project, it's going to be $1 a month. And anyone who wants to get those test swatches or whatever, that'll be at the $10 a month mark. And anyone who wants it, I'll send them a test swatch to play with. And I think it's going to be a very interesting experience for people. Yeah. Let's see. This is easy. I regret my choices 5 minutes later. Yeah, that's pretty much what happened with the when I did the keychains. Because cutting them out was a pain in the ass. But I mean, now that I have the laser cutter and I have things that I can do, it's a lot easier to do stuff like that. But at the time, that was a real nightmare, getting all those out and done for the patrons. But it was fun. At the end of the day, it was kind of fun. And I think I might make another round of keychains and stuff. I have all the blanks that I cut out previously. So why not, right? Let's see, what else? Oh, I can do trucker hats. Those might be kind of fun to do. I need to find a hat that I enjoy. Because I like the idea of wearing hats. It's just I never really do it, Anyways, I'm starting to ramble. Into the show, right? So I have a lot to do. I have a lot to get done. I have a lot of really cool projects bubbling and boiling in my head. And I kind of think as things are slowing down, actually, I need to finish this knife too. Packed away. Nice teak wood handle, and yeah, I need to finish this guy. Make a leather pirate hat. I can do that. Though I don't think I would wear that my day to day. I'm thinking like one of those Irish caps. I think that would be a good one. Battery's always low. Yeah, but I can do one of those Irish hats, and that would be... That'd be pretty nice. And I don't think it would be all that difficult. I don't know if I would do it out of leather or anything else. It's a Wonderful Life. Sorry for distracting me from closing. Not at all. Yeah, got a lot to do. Got a lot of projects, a lot of fun things. But yeah, if you want to get in on that stuff, go to patreon.com/Knightsmith. Even $1 a month will get you, all the basic stuff. $10 a month will get you those swatches. And I think I'm going to do bottle openers. I'm going to do bottle openers for them. I think that'll be nice. And I think I'll do some sort of like, I'll figure it out. Make something decorative. Because I haven't shipped out blacksmithing projects yet. I think that would be nice for them. And a bottle opener. Everyone can use a bottle opener. For your sodas. Yeah, you got to get that guy fixed. Might be running Dave a few more times today. Maybe not. I don't know. I have a lot of weed eating to do because this property is kind of overgrown. So I'm going to be working through that today. Because it's not supposed to be raining. So which means it's probably going to rain because I have all the tools and equipment here for it. So it's probably gonna dump on me at some point today. But yeah, that's the show, guys. So thanks for watching. Probably gonna make a few TikToks today. Maybe not. I don't know. See if the mood strikes me. Otherwise, yeah. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. This has been a lot of fun. The more people that are in here and talking are just makes everything a lot more fun. So, yeah. Thank you for helping make this world better. One kerf at a time, and I'll see y'all next week. Polishing the pommel. Awesome. I can't wait to see that finished, Alan. That's gonna be great. All right, y'all take care.